What's up, family? We have breaking news to share with you today. Congress has passed a new bill in legislation that would prevent the U.S. from defaulting on its obligation. The Republican Party and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy released the details of this new bill last week in an effort to get things rolling to prevent a catastrophe from happening to the U.S. economy. And in order to get enough votes to pass it, Kevin McCarthy had to make some last-minute changes yesterday to get it passed in the House of Representatives. Now, this is major progress as we know that the debt ceiling increase deadline is approaching rather quickly, and if Congress is unable to do something about it, we could be headed towards a deep recession. Breaking news, the House passed McCarthy's debt ceiling bill by just 2 votes, guys. He barely was able to get this passed in the House, and 4 Republicans ended up voting against the bill. Now, House passes, sends the bill to the Democratic-led Senate, which opposes it along with President Biden. But so far, guys, this is major progress. Prior to this, we haven't really seen any type of negotiations going on in regards to how Congress plans on passing and raising the debt ceiling. But it looks like Republicans have stepped forth. They have stepped forth to the plate and they have done something about it, creating this new bill in which it is called the Limit, Save, Grow Act, which was introduced last week by the House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. And yes, guys, we did receive some more information in regards to this particular bill and how they were planning on voting for it yesterday, in which they had to make some last-minute changes to the bill. So we're going to be talking about in this video as well. But anyways, guys, it says that the House Republicans on Wednesday delivered Speaker Kevin McCarthy the biggest win of the Senate, leading the chamber to so far by passing his bill to raise the debt limit and slash spending, as well as this particular bill serves as the GOP's position on how to avoid a debt crisis in the coming weeks. Now, the bill, in a narrow vote of 217 to 215, every Democrat voted against the bill as expected, along with 4 Republicans. Andy Biggs, Tim Burchett, Ken Buck, and Matt Gaetz all voted against this particular bill. And Republicans cast the vote as a win that puts them in the driver's seat in negotiations that they hope can happen with President Biden in the coming weeks. Now, Biden so far has refused to entertain anything other than a clean increase in the debt ceiling, while Republicans insist that he should agree to some type of trimming in the federal budget as a condition of raising the government's borrowing limit. And in a statement by Kevin McCarthy, he said that, look, we have lifted the debt ceiling so nobody could worry about whether the debt ceiling is going to get lifted. We get it, guys. We did it. The Democrats have not. The president wants to make sure that the debt ceiling is going to be lifted. Sign this bill, Kevin McCarthy said in a press conference after the passing of this particular piece of legislation. So anyways, guys, it looked like they're trying to appeal to the government, appeal to the American people, that they are the only ones that have tried to do something in regards to raising the debt limit before the deadline approaches sometime in June. And it looks like they have done exactly that. Now, on the flip side, what have the Democrats done? Well, so far, guys, they really haven't done nothing at all. They're not even trying to sit down and have a discussion in regards to raising the debt limit. And this is all because President Biden has already made it clear that, look, this should not have any type of negotiations whatsoever. We have to stand by our obligations as the government and continue to hold those stand strong, regardless to whether or not the government has officially run out of money. He said, look, negotiations is not what he is willing to do, in which he hasn't really done any negotiations as of yet. But again, guys, like I said, negotiations have to be done because otherwise the Republicans are not even going to go towards anything in regards to what President Biden is pushing for. And guys, let's face it, we have a deadline that is approaching. Previously, the deadline was scheduled for around June the 15th, but it looks like because of the high inflation, that date has actually been pushed up a little bit. So the government could potentially run out of money before the deadline of June the 15th. So far, we don't know, but it very well could actually happen. And anyways, guys, one of the major changes that they were actually putting into this particular bill in order to get it passed by enough votes by the Republican Party. They are using this debt ceiling bill to push some work requirements for millions of Americans that are receiving Medicaid as well as food stamps. Now, it says right here that the House Republicans are using the debt ceiling standoff to advocate for one of their long-standing goals, which is requiring more low-income Americans to work in order to receive government benefits, particularly referring to SNAP food stamp benefits as well as Medicaid. And they see that work requirements as a troffer, allowing them to reduce government spending while bolstering the nation's labor force at a time when many businesses are still struggling to staff up. So again, guys, they are using this opportunity to go ahead and implement these work requirements that the GOP has long tried to get involved with. And so far, guys, it looks like they have done just that. The Republicans have been longing trying to get rid of this entitlement program, but the Democrats are staying strong in regards to making sure that these particular type of entitlement programs stays for the long haul, in which the Republicans tried a different measure, which is pretty much trying to implement work requirements that pretty much require those individuals that receive Medicaid or even food stamps to actually work during the process versus just sitting at home and doing nothing. So anyways, guys, it looks like they were able to implement that as well as get this particular bill passed. However, it looks to fail once it reaches the Senate, and that is coming directly from Senator Chuck Schumer. But anyways, guys, like I said, Speaker McCarthy proposes changes access to food stamps as part of his debt limit debate. Yes, guys, it says that Kevin McCarthy is pitching changes to the federal food stamp program that would increase the number of people who have to show they're working to be eligible to receive these particular benefits to buy their groceries. The proposal is part of the larger legislative framework to raise the nation's debt limit for at least one more year, which is not a good thing, guys, because if we raise the debt limit right now for only one more year, this is going to happen once again next year during a time we are going to be focusing on the presidential election. So that is not a good time to have another debt limit, a deadline approaching us and approaching Congress. So anyways, guys, hopefully that is not the case, but it does look like Kevin McCarthy as well as his Republican colleagues are trying to implement these particular changes while they can, while they have the leverage, and they are trying to change the whole outlook in regards to those individuals that receive food stamps. So anyways, guys, this is going to be affecting a lot of people, millions of Americans out there, especially those individuals that receive this entitlement program, such as the Medicaid as well as the SNAP food stamp benefits. So again, guys, they were able to pass this bill, and it looks like they were able to implement these particular changes just to get enough votes to pass it in the House. But what will happen next, guys? Well, so far, guys, we don't know, but we have received word from the Senator Chuck Schumer in which he said that this particular bill is arriving dead on arrival, guys. Said that, look, the Senate is not even going to even look at this. Although this is still a win for the Republican Party, especially a win and the first win for the House Speaker, Kevin McCarthy. And yes, guys, you can see right here in this particular article, it says that the U.S. debt ceiling analysts are warning that McCarthy's plan meaningfully increases a recession chance. And yes, guys, we are told that the things that he has implemented into this particular new piece of legislation to raise the debt ceiling pretty much increases the chances of us actually going into a recession, which is not good, guys. It says that Moodys, with a stark warning on the proposal from House Leader McCarthy's plan to cut spending, he said that it would meaningfully increase the likelihood of a recession. 780,000 fewer jobs by the end of 2024, compared with the clean debt limit scenario, which is what is being pushed by the Democratic Party, especially led by President Biden. So, but anyways, guys, you are seeing both perspectives from both sides of the aisles, in which you'll just have to make your own determination in regards to whether or not this is a good plan on the table and whether it is not. If you look at the past, guys, they have pretty much raised the debt ceiling both times in the past without any type of negotiations. However, that was during a time which was led by the Republican Party. But now things have flipped, and they are now being run by the Democratic Party, in which it looks like they want to have these negotiations in order to raise the debt ceiling. So Anyways, guys, that is the latest information that we have right now. And like I said, guys, we need to figure out whether or not how they're going to get this passed very, very soon. The deadline is approaching, guys, and they need to do something very quickly. And it looks like this particular bill is going to be dead once it hits the Senate. And as you can see right here in this particular statement, guys, it says that if the debt ceiling binds and the U.S. Treasury does not have the ability to pay its obligations, the negative economic effects would quickly mount and risk triggering a deep recession. We can't afford this, guys. We cannot afford this. So we have got to get these guys, sit them in a room, Kevin McCarthy and President Biden, to sit down and figure out how they can come to an agreement on how to raise this debt ceiling right now and figure other things out later, guys. I know this particular bill is on the table, in which we don't have anything else, but they need to figure this out very quickly, guys. And we have already heard from the U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, in which she said that a U.S. default on debt would trigger an economic catastrophe if they are unable to raise the debt ceiling. So yes, guys, this is a stark warning, and this is coming directly from the Treasury Secretary. And mind you, guys, she has already said that we had until June the 15th, and we look at the numbers, guys, and it looks like that date has actually been pushed up, so it could happen much sooner. It could happen as early as next month, and that is like less than 4 days away, guys. So again, guys, we are pressing against the wall right now. We need to do something, and we need to do something very quick, and should find out more information in regards to this sometime today, and whether or not what is going to happen, what the Democrats are going to say in response to the passing of this bill in the House. Once we find out that information, guys, I will report it back to you as usual. And again, guys, just another warning that came from Treasury Secretary. She says, look, she is warning that the debt default would disrupt Social Security payments, as well as it could raise the amount that is charged on borrowing money in the future. So this could have major economic effects for the economy, as well as push us into an economic deep recession. We don't want that, guys. We can't afford it. We need to do something. We have got to fix this, and hopefully Congress has something up their sleeve to get this thing done very quickly by sometime next month. Again, guys, I will keep you guys posted, but I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today, but feel free to check out some of the items down below in the description. There are a few ways for you to be able to support this channel, as well as some opportunities for you to receive some free money, such as you can get 12 free stocks with Webull after depositing at least 1 penny if you are a new customer, and those stocks could be worth up to $3,000. Now, you can also get the Amazon Prime membership for free for 30 days if you want to go ahead and try out those benefits and all of Amazon Prime has to offer you. But anyways, those are just a few, but check out the links down below in the description. But anyways, if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.